President Trump says he, quote, selected the best guy for the job, nominating former Morgan Stanley executive Kevin Warsh to lead the Federal Reserve.
Once known as a hawk pushing for higher interest rates, Warsh has advocated for lower rates in the current economy. Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
He was the central casting guy.
At an Oval Office event Friday, President Trump touted his newly selected nominee to lead the Federal Reserve, Kevin Warsh.
I would say that this was the perfect candidate. This was not a surprise or anything. This was the man that's most qualified.
Warsh, a former Morgan Stanley executive, also served on the Fed Board of Governors from 2006 to 2011 during the global financial crisis.
At that time, it was very interesting. He was known to be a hawk. What does that mean? He likes interest rates high, which is contrary to what the president's talking about.
More recently, Warsh has publicly called the Fed's leadership broken and has advocated for lowering interest rates, aligning him with President Trump's criticism of current chair Jerome Powell. President Trump was asked if Warsh committed to lowering rates if he's confirmed.
No, but we talk about it. He certainly wants to cut rates. I've been watching him for a long time.
Lawmakers have signaled their concern about ensuring the independence of the central bank, and the DOJ inquiry into Chair Powell over the multi-billion-dollar renovation of the Fed's headquarters could impact Warsh's confirmation process.
Process precedes people, and this process of prosecution has to end before I'm willing to vote to confirm anybody, even somebody as good as Walsh.
Republican Tom Tillis's vote would be needed to advance Warsh through the Senate Banking Committee if all Democrats oppose the nomination.
Warsh again faces Senate lawmakers who will then vote on whether to confirm his nomination.
President Trump is suing the IRS and the Treasury Department for at least $10 billion. The lawsuit accuses the agencies of an unauthorized leak of his tax returns during his first administration. It alleges the government failed to protect private information leaked to the press by a former IRS contractor. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison in 2024 disclosing the records of the president and thousands of other wealthy taxpayers. President Trump is filing that suit personally alongside his two eldest sons. So far, the IRS and Treasury Department have not commented on the matter.